Hi there, Professor Chris here, and welcome to another edition of Scammers, Volume 4. Today we are going to look at compliance and employment fraud. This is a really exciting one. And, I'm kind of weird like that. I know it's not supposed to be exciting, and I'm not supposed to be happy about this. I'm not happy that there are scammers out there. They're shitbags. They're lazy POSs who, if they apply themselves to actual work, legitimate jobs, they could be very successful because, for all intents and purposes, these clowns are actually pretty smart. Don't tell them I said that. They're just not as smart as I am. So here I am, that's what makes me happy, is helping you bust them before they rip you off. It's all about timing, right? So compliance fraud, I'm going to start with that one first. And I'm going to try and explain these things as clearly as I can, but it does get a little bit confusing. So, if you need clarification on something, absolutely feel free to reach out. So compliance fraud is when white collar criminals construct this official looking document that says this must be displayed prominently for all employees to see, and if you don't, then you're in violation of federal law. And they use buzzwords like that to try and coerce you into doing what they want you to do to give them money. Basically, that's what it is. The one that I got right after I started my security firm, I'm going to be honest with you, it actually looked sort of real. And having not had to worry about that when I had my life coaching thing that I was doing, I was like, what is this? And I actually ended up calling my mentor at the time, and I was like, hey, I just sent you this picture. What is this? What am I looking at? He's like, yeah, it's a scam. Don't send them money. So it was like, I don't know, they wanted like $90 or something. So it wasn't enough to sort of, raise flags. It's something that if someone didn't know any better, they would just assume that it was the cost of doing business, quite literally. And they wouldn't think anything of it. But it's not real at all. So how to know if it's fake? You call or email any of the numbers or email addresses or any contact information on this form and see what happens. See if they're monitored, see if anybody answers any questions. Listen to the person you're talking to. I get that a lot of people who work in customer service nowadays are foreign, and I'm not saying anything against foreign people, but they're ripping us off. Okay, there are a lot of shitbag Americans out there, don't get me wrong, but all of the scammers that I have encountered are all foreign. Okay, they're from all over the world. So, listen to the person you're talking to, listen for any accents, ask questions. And if you live close enough to where this business that you're sending the money to is located, or where they want you to send the money is located, check it out. Or ask someone who you may know that lives in that area. Or talk about it on social media, raise a question, post pictures, see what's going on. Absolutely, by all means, if you have questions, I'm always available, and I would never charge for asking questions. I can't speak to my colleagues. Some of them are better equipped to handle this sort of thing than I am because they've been in the game longer, but they all do different things. So by all means, ask questions. And there's another one that I've encountered. It's called the secret shopper. So you'll get a text message to your phone, and it'll have you check out a link. Okay. And it sends you to this website that they'll have you apply at. And the website looks official at first, for all intents and purposes. Like, it looks like it's going to do what it's supposed to be doing. But keep in mind, these clowns, they're all pretty lazy. So they're not going to invest any more time or effort than they absolutely have to rip people off. So it's going to be a very superficial website, and there won't be any depth to it at all. So what'll happen is they send this cashier's check with directions saying to buy certain things after depositing the cashier's check into your own account, and then they tell you that you get to keep the difference. And it seems very generous. The way they hook you in is the amount of money that they send with the cashier's check. This cashier's check is printed and made out to you or cash, and it is worth at least a couple of $1,000s, which seems appealing, but like I said, that's the hook, thousands of dollars. And this is how they get you. The cashier's check, seriously, it's not worth the paper it's printed on. It's completely worthless. When you deposit the check into your account and you buy the things on the list that they send you, like iTunes gift cards and iPhones and other expensive pieces of technology, you're actually using your own money to buy those things that you're sending back to them. So when you send the tech back to them, you're out that amount of money because you used your own money to buy it. It's wicked shitty, but this is how these guys do that, you know? And this is how you know it's fake. Look at the website carefully, okay? Like I said, it's very superficial. There's no actual depth to it. Look for multiple pages, look for contact information, see where it's posted off of. If you are a tech guru or you know someone who is that can dig into it and see where it's coming from, by all means, include that in your information packet when you turn it into the police. They will love that. Call the bank that the cashier's check is drawn off of, because here's the thing. You can call any bank, like even if your best friend wrote you a check, okay? You could call the bank that that check is drawn off of and say, hey, I'd like to verify funds. They will tell you if the amount that the check is written for is in that account. Same thing with the cashier's check. Same thing with the cashier's check. They will say no. They'll absolutely just say no. I was thinking about a conversation that I had. I gave her the account number and I said, you know, I'd like to verify funds. I think it was in a bank in like Ohio, I think it was. And she's like, yeah, no, that's not real. And we had a conversation about it, and they had me send them some information. They might have even asked me to send them the check itself. I don't remember. It was a few years ago, so I don't remember exactly. But yeah, you can call any bank and ask them to verify funds. They won't give you any personal information. They won't tell you exactly, you know, how much money is in the account, but they can tell you whether or not the amount that you're looking for is actually in there. You know, ask the bank. If they ask you to send it to them, ask them what their policy is. Ask them if it's possible for them to expedite the prosecution process or the investigation process. Because here's the thing, right? The FBI is so inundated with these scumbag, douchebag, ridiculous scams. I mean, yes, okay, they have an entire division that is specializing in this stuff, right? But scamming is at an all-time high right now because of the pandemic, which continues, right? And Omicron and everything else that's going on, the new strains that are coming out that make it difficult and terrible all over again. And, you know, I mean, I hate to discourage you, and that's certainly not my intent, but the thing is, at the end of the day, you may very well not be around when it finally crosses someone's desk. Honestly. And I'm not trying to be macabre or, you know, discouraging or anything like that, but I'm sorry, that's just the long and the short of it. So I do these videos so you don't become a victim in the first place. Just cut them off at the pass and alleviate the burden of the FBI while at the same time protecting people from becoming victims in the first place. That's my goal. So, you know, if this happens to you, absolutely collect as much information as you can, or, you know, hopefully it won't get to the point to where, you know, you're trying to get your money back from these assholes, because I can tell you what, you can probably kiss that money goodbye. I want to say probably 95% chance that you're never going to see that money again. You can file a fraud complaint with your bank, but I got to tell you, it doesn't look good. From a banker's perspective, I used to be a personal banker with Citizens, and I can tell you from both sides of this, it doesn't look good. So just, you know, look after yourself, be careful, ask questions, and please reach out to someone who knows, you know, what's going on if you have any questions. And by all means, always follow your gut. Your instincts are never going to steer you wrong. So, you know, please feel free to reach out to me or one of my colleagues in the security. You want to throw me under the bus when they're like, why are you asking me this? Just throw me under the bus. It's fine. I got no problem with that. Be like, Professor Chris sent me. By all means. And now there's video proof that I said that. So, so yeah, please look after yourself. Be careful. Look, you know, just take care of yourself and watch out for these assholes, and look after people that, you know, you care about. Keep an eye on your kids and what they're doing online. That's actually going to be a threat assessment upcoming pretty soon, is the inside threat and what your kids are doing when you're not around. iDosing, it's a real thing. Stay tuned and take care. Thank you.